Previously. Do you only have 2?
I've got 3, but how did this one end up in the graveyard?
On Progression Series Season 2.
19 with Birdman.
He hasn't connected once
He
this game,
still will not connect. It will not happen.
He still has 100% win rate. 4,600 for game.
See it, bro. How did I lose twice with this deck, dude? This deck is so good.
In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or 1 box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. But this time around, we'll be introducing side sets, a new banning system, and plenty of other fun surprises that you'll just have to watch to find out. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Season 2. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code Cimoooooooo5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Snatching. We haven't been here in a while, and we get to take a copy of a card out of Gage's card pool. Now, he picked up a nice assortment of Xyz monsters in the very first episode of the Xyz era, being Generation Force. I think it's time we upgrade our collection just a little bit. There are a few really good ones, but I think the one I've got my eye on the most is Leviair the Sea Dragon. I think this card is going to have the most use for the rest of the progression series. And it's also one that we're not going to get access to for several more episodes. I think the other ones get reprinted a little bit sooner, and I think Leviair just has the most staying power. So let's add Leviair to the collection and throw it over to Gage because he's in the banning.
Man, as quickly as our win streak started, it looks like it has slipped away from us. We are on a 3-loss streak versus Alexander Cimo, bro. I get to ban another card right after a banning? Ugh. We've already gutted everything that seemed really unfair. So, I mean, I don't really know what to pick, or do I? I took a little bit of a deep look at Alex's collection, and I found one card in particular that ended up being a problem for one episode, so we'll make it never a problem again. Let's get rid of Royal Decree from Alex's collection. He happens to have 3 of them. I don't have any. Seems kind of fair, right? Wonder if Alex is going to play Chainbird today. Maybe he feels safe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't even spun the wheel yet, and so much has happened. We're on a 3-win streak. Gage is in the banning. I think he's going to be staying there for a while. We need to extend our lead even further, especially because he caught back up in the last few episodes. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and redeem our prize for kicking his ass. Once again, what are we going to get? Looks like it's just going to be a wild card. What set did we open last time? So after looking through everything, I feel like it's down to just like 2 cards because we missed out on the Dandelion. So I feel like it's between Dimensional Prison, which is an Ultra, so that does count for our wild card. We also could nab up a copy of Thunder King Ryo if I can find him. We are opening Raw Yellow Mega Pack, I think a few episodes from now, which is actually very identical to this set. I think it's like a booster box version of this set, as a matter of fact, with some changes. But I think because we pulled the Ultra Rare wild card, we're gonna have to pick up Dimensional Prison. If we have a shot to get Thunder King later at common in 24 packs, it's probably better to take the Ultra Rare. So we're gonna take this, and let's go ahead and throw it over to Gage, because guess what? He's in the banning, ladies and gentlemen.
Our last few games that we've played against Alex have not gone well. I'm not going to lie, man. We had this uproarious, like, 5-win streak, and then all of a sudden, he just brings us back down. Now we're at a huge deficit again. We really got to get back to work. We ended up leaving the 5Ds era with a pretty even record, but I'm looking to come out on top in the XYZ era. We're only 1 set down. We just got to take a deep breath, reset. We'll get back into the game. Today's set is actually a really sick one. Today's set is Photon Shockwave. Photon Shockwave was released November 10th, 2011, And what a great set, dude. The second XYZ set released to us. You'll start to see the power curve of XYZs rapidly increase as we're introduced to one of the best XYZs in the era in the secret rare slot here. We'll get to that in a minute. Giga Brilliant's another great generic rank 3. When you stack it up next to Leviair as well as Leviathan the Dragon, it kind of fits in there in particular. I know there was some OTK strategies that would use Giga Brilliant to boost up their monster's attack just enough so you're able to get over 8,000 damage. Wind-Up Hunter was debuted in this set. Again, the whole wind-up strategy hasn't been fully realized yet. We're still missing some very integral support cards, but Hunter will showcase how, you know, the deck is going to terrorize the meta scene in the future here. This card, you contribute a wind-up monster, accept itself, and rip a card from your opponent's hand, was integral to the wind-up loop, looping 5 cards out of your opponent's hand before they even got the chance to play. Kage to Kage is a really cool introduction with the XYZ era, being a card that you can special summon from your hand if you normal summon a level 4 monster, so you can start making some cool XYZ plays, you know? Back in the day, rank 4 toolbox decks use this guy really well. There's a card released much later in the game that searches it too. Pretty neat. Coming in the Ultimate Rare slots, we see where a meta deck was birthed with Evolzar Logia, being able to use 2 level 4 dinosaur monsters to make essentially a Solemn Judgment. Extremely powerful card, was paired super well with a secret rare that we'll get to in just a minute in Rescue Rabbit. Was holding down the Ultra and Ultimate slot there. And then Wind Up Kitten was not good in the Wind Up deck initially. It only became good with Sprite recently. Pretty cool. And then I remember we got Dark World support in this set too. And this Dark World support sucked, man. You think of the Dark World support we got today, this was super disappointing back then. Into the secret rares, this is the really good stuff here. Rescue Rabbit birthed an entire strategy around it, being able to banish it and special summon 2 level 4 normal monsters from the deck. You can summon anything from like Evil Swarm Heraclinos to Sabersaurus and Cabazals, which birthed the deck of Dino Rabbit, being able to take those 2 dinosaurs and exceed them into Dolka or Logia. Dolka is actually another great card released in this set. It's the opposite of Logia, where Logia negates spells traps, and this will negate monster effects by detaching 1 card. Important to note, this is in once per turn. It's really, really extremely good. One of the best XYZs I was talking about was actually Wind Up Zenmaines. This actually was one of the few cards to clear that $100 price range. Extremely powerful rank 3 monster. We compared to Leviathan Dragon as well as Leviair and even Giga Brilliant that we just saw, and this card is on a whole nother level. If it would be destroyed, you can detach 1 XYZ material from its dead, and then once per turn during the end phase, if it was used, target a card in the field and destroy it. With 2100 defense, this made Torguide an unstoppable normal summon. You summon Torguide, summon another level 3, and you stack them on Zenmaines, and Zenmaines is not easy to out, bro. There's not a lot of really efficient cards to be able to deal with this. A lot of effects and stuff at this time are tied to destruction. We just saw rank 5s like Adreus and Tyrus. They don't get around Wind Up Zenmaines easy. Ridiculously good card. Oh, I think Tyrus does. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Insanely good rank 3, dude. Before there was the rank 4 toolbox with cards like Exciton and Silent Honor Arc, we had cards like Zenmaines and Leviair the Sea Dragon, dude. What a time to be alive. A couple other secret rares to note. Wind Up Rabbit and Metaion is really, really good for just clearing boards. Pretty unique card. The commons have Watt Cobra, which is a really cool support card, being able to add Watt monsters from deck to hand while still holding true to the namesake and just attacking directly for 1,000 each time. Ego Boost is kind of like a Rush Reckless C. One Day of Peace is a card that we know is limited today. Each player draws a card and neither player takes battle damage until the end of next turn. Really frustrating to deal with when you're dealing with cards like Final Countdown or cards like, I know there was an Avigishki loop where, you know, if you're not dealing damage to your opponent, they're just going to deck you out eventually, right? Really efficient card, bro. Really, really efficient card. I'm happy that thing's at 1. I think that's about it. There's a lot to talk about for this set, man. Really cool set to open today, man. There's a lot of potential, though. I'm hoping I get some really neat stuff out of Photon Shockwave, especially in the common slot. I'd love to clean up a set of One Day of Peace. First things first, though, I have the Turbo Packs, the Pity Packs, 3 more of 6. We are still on here. I don't know if there's anything good. I'm just going to bust them open and hope for the best. Already got one of those RDAs, Creature Swap, whatever. Yeah. Elector, Golem Dragon. Yeah, very nice. Very cool. Well, it is what it is. All right, nobody cared about those packs. We're getting on to a Photon Shockwave, man. Very cool set, dude. I remember seeing this on store shelves as a kiddo, bro. God, it's 2011, dude. I hate feeling so old, bro.
All right, 24 packs of Photon Shockwave. I'm still kind of depressed that we didn't get the secret or wild card. Dandelion for plants would have been insane. That's literally like the last card we are missing, but it is what it is. 24 packs. Maybe we'll get lucky in today's opening, but I'm not super optimistic. Okay, you know what? I actually feel a bit better now that I see this. Our first super rare on pack number 2, Giga Brilliant, is actually a phenomenal card for multiple reasons, as a matter of fact. I'm looking to get... Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to have to do some math here because Giga Brilliant is interesting. So one of the things that Gage has over me at the current moment is that his Magical Scientist is able to actually result in an OTK because he has large enough Xyz monsters that get him over the damage threshold because he pulled Tyrus and Adrius. Now, however, with Giga Brilliant can make it so that we can actually buff all of our guys by 300, giving us an extra, if we have 3 Xyz monsters, 900 attack worth of stats. Also, Magical Scientist gets an extra 3, so that goes up to 1200. I'm gonna have to think about that. Another super rare, Alexandrite Dragon. Not a particularly good card, but, 2000 vanilla. By old Yu-Gi-Oh! Standards, this would be, like, absolutely broken. A Deep Dark Trap Hole, though, I'm actually very excited for. This is a very relevant card, and may not see play today, but it's just nice to have on hand. I am actually excited for Kage Takage. This enables rank 4s to be a lot easier to spam out. Now, unfortunately, I don't even have a rank 4 monster yet, but for the future, King of the Fairlimbs, I'm pretty sure is like a common or rare. I don't think it's this set. It might be later on, but that's nice because we can search it too. Ultra rare Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Well, we can't complain about getting no shortage of holos in this box, but unfortunately, I do not think Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is good enough for this series. It's good enough for Sealed Showdown, but not for this one.
All right, man. 24 packs, Photon Shockwave. Let's give it a look. What do we got? Murmur of the Forest. 1 Day of Peace, 1 off the bat. I'm very happy with it. There's a second one back-to-back, too. Man, it's already a good day, bro. I'm smiling. It's a good day. I can feel it. I'm going to beat Alex today. Everybody's going to be smiling, especially when I XYZ summon into number 10 Illuminite. God, this card sucks. Remember I was just talking about how we saw some of the best XYZs in the game? We also saw some of the worst in this one. This one's astoundingly bad, dude. 3 level 4s. Detach 1 XYZ material from this card. Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and draw a card. It doesn't even give you the card for free, bro. For 3 level 4s, man. And it's 2,400. It's smaller than Utopia. That's so embarrassing. Awful card, dude. Terrible card. There's the third 1 Day of Peace and an ultimate rare Illuminite. Oh my god, what more could I ask for? I was just talking about how great that card is. Oh, a super rare. Galaxy Queen, man. I mean, I'm just getting all the XYZs. It's all right. We'll take them, Galaxy Queen's not very good either. For a rank 1, there really wasn't good rank 1s for a long time. I think the best that we got was like Cosmo Blazer with like Slacker Magician. That's not even until much later, though. The rank 1s really suck until then. Okay,
another super rare, Infernity Knight. I wish I had just pulled, like, multiple Giga Brilliant at this point, but, holos are holos. We're, like, a third of the way through, and we've already pulled 4, 5? That's pretty good. I shouldn't omit this card. Watt Cobra is actually a pretty strong card for Watts. I don't know what my Watt pool looks like, but this card is actually deceptively good. I think this is the first one of these that we've seen, and if not, I am doing this card a huge disservice. 1 Day of Peace. This card is a disaster for, like, stall / like, alternate win condition decks, just because it basically buys you 3 more turns if you see all 3 copies of it, and, yeah, that's kind of a scary one.
What the fuck is going on? Why am I only getting Illuminates? This is my 3rd Illuminite. What's in this set again? You mean, what's the deal, man? You mean this could have been a Logia? This could have been a Kitten? I would even taken a Kitten, whatever. Anything's better than Illuminite. Just talking about Kage Tokage. Really sick level 4 monster. Something I want to keep my eyes on, too. I'm pretty sure, is there some cool things you can do with monster slots? I think I've seen this card cheesed in some strategies before here. I'm going to read it real quick. It's like all right. Card's neat. I wouldn't say you can build a whole strategy around it, but it's cool. Cool. Gem Turtle coming in for a super rare. This will support a Gem Knight strategy coming in Hidden Arsenal very, very soon for us here. Although I don't think the Gem Knights really do too much. Ends up being an FTK later. I'm sure Distant Coder could tell you all about it, bro, but really nothing to consider at the moment. Man, we're at 5 packs left, and I've ended up with 3 Illuminite and 2 poopy supers, bro. Give me some... Photon Saber Tiger's only good in multiples, unfortunately. Searches itself. All right, coming up on the last 2. Anything big in the close here? Anything turn this around? We ended up getting 3 Walk Cobra, a couple Ego Boosts, a couple Tri-Whites, pretty cool card. Not bad. Anything in the close there. Oh, I got the best Dark World card in the game, bro. Imagine, dude, I talk about the cards and I told them the worst things in the set and I pull literally all of them. Taking a gander through again here. I ended up getting everything I needed. It'd be nice to have a Zen Mains because that card does not get a reprint ever in our series. I think the first time he gets a reprint is a Collector Tin, and after that, hasn't gotten one since. Looks like we're not seeing wind-up Zen Mains from my side, but maybe you'll see it from Alex's. That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to keep it. Seems as good as it can get. Let's get building.
Well, I guess we're just pulling every super rare in the set. There's Extra Gate. This has got to be one of the worst ones of them all, but, we'll take it. I will take a second Deep Dark Trap Hole, actually. This is just a phenomenally good card because it banishes the monster. It is like a trap hole, which is, obviously a downside, but it's still pretty good. Well, Joseph, I know you're watching this on stream right now, so shout-outs to you for kicking my ass with Tyrant's Throws. If you missed that episode of History of Jank, you are missing out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, only a few packs left. Honestly, Giga Brilliant's one of the most generic Xyz monsters that's in here. I actually kind of am happy I got that over something like Logia or Dolka because it's really hard for us to summon Logia or Dolka unless we have, a strong enough just abundance of playing like Evil Zors and stuff. I guess we have Jurak potentially as well, so I shouldn't completely write that off, but I think Giga Brilliant just being generic is useful. So let's hope for the last few packs here. Nothing really particularly good in this one. I think we're solid on 1 day of peace, so that's something I don't have to worry about. 2 more packs here. Let's see if we... Of course, sure. Let's take a second copy of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, ultimate rare, by the way. You know, why not? We're never going to use it, but sure. Okay, Rescue Rabbit in the close? Never lucky. All right, our opening was fine. I don't think this is worth respinning because there's not like... the only way it's worth respinning is if I guarantee I get Rescue Rabbit, Logia, and Dolka, which is just extraordinarily unlikely to happen. So we're just going to lock it in. Let's just save it, and let's get to building.
I hate to be the ruiner of fun. We've experimented with some exciting strategies like Synchron on the Mist Valley and many more, but I need to bring it back to a win. I'm down 3 games, and I think a fan favorite in Chaos is going to bring it back. There's been some changes since the last time we played this deck, all right? We have introductions to one of the best light monsters literally in the game, again in the form of Cyber Dragon. We're actually able to play the card. Just a level 5 light. that is a free special summon 21. There's not much more you can ask for. Makes material for Caius. It's a light. If we had Chimera Tech, it would be even more insane. Unfortunately, we don't. But it is what it is, man. It's alright. It's the best light we have in our deck next to Raikou. Chaos Sork is at 3. That feels unbelievable. Well, Magical Scientist finally has an OTK strategy tied to it with Tyrus Audreus as well as Leviathan Dragon. Last Will is still legal in our format. This deck just seems to have everything going for it right now. Without some cheesy board wipes and stuff, this deck seems like the best thing in our arsenal. I really don't know what more to say about that. I know it's not the most exciting thing to watch, but I was sent a few lists. It was undeniably the best out of all of them. And I really want to win. I really want to win, dude. I'm not going to lie. I'm tired of losing to Alex, bro. So I'm going to slam him with this deck real quick. We'll bring back the power of banishing a light and a dark. Maybe summon a Dark Arm Dragon and a Magical Scientist or 2. We'll clean it up real quick. Why not? Let's see what Garbo Alex is playing today, bro. It's not going to matter.
Boy, do I love being the villain. Oh, this deck looks disgusting, and I can't wait to see the look on Gage's face when we steal another win playing a Final Countdown. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This card is still not limited, and neither is a bunch of the other support cards for it. We are missing some things that kind of make this deck better, arguably, but we're never going to have a chance at getting them, right? Pot of Duality is a secret rare. Card D, I don't even think is out yet in our timeline, and so that's also a secret rare, so good luck pulling that. We didn't have multiple gold Sark. Sark might even be limited at this point anyway, so this may not even be that viable. Honestly, I think if we get Final Countdown, we're probably going to win the game, and so that's really going to be our Achilles heel, but I have the protagonist powers, I guess it's antagonist powers today, and hopefully we are going to be villainous enough to will Final Countdown to our hand, and Gage is going to hate himself by the end of this episode. Let's do the card by card, ladies and gentlemen. Final Countdown making an appearance once again. Boy, is this going to be miserable for him. So we've got 3 of that. Then we have an interesting monster lineup. So we have Arcana Force, Zero the Fool, and Marshmallow as some battle stoppers. I was on Spirit Reaper initially, but the thing is, Spirit Reaper can easily be disposed of if it's targeted by an effect, and there's a lot of things in our format that target, whereas the Fool and Marshmallow don't have that stipulation. So Gage is going to have to find specific actual removal to take these both out, versus Spirit Reaper, which he could like brain control and it will kill it or something like that, right? So I think these are arguably better just for that reason. Battle Fader as well as Swift Scarecrow are battle stoppers, which are the most important things in a Final Countdown deck. Same thing goes for Zero Guard. Now, this is like a shittier version of both of these cards, but for Prog, it's good enough to be playable, and honestly, this card even saw play back in like 2011, so we'll give it a shot. I got double Lava Golem in here as well as like an alternate win condition. Lava Golem wins the game in 8 turns versus 10, so I figured, you know what, this is probably worth having in here. Also, if Gage has any way to stop this, we kind of need to have a backup plan. And then we have Morphing Jar and Sangan just because they're both good for this deck. Then the spells Darkhold just to clean up the board a bit, Gold Sark to find our Final Countdown, but if we already have it active, we can search the newly released 1 Day of Peace. Boy, is this card unfair at 3, and I hope to show why in today's episode. Pot of Greed, of course, the un-Hall of Famed Swords of Revealing Light making an appearance in here. This card's not fantastic, but if Gage doesn't have like MST for this card specifically, it's just free 3 turns for or 6 turns, I should say, for Final Countdown, and it lets us draw more cards. So honestly, we're all here for that. Triple Upstart, this isn't limited yet, and for the traps, we've got Frozen Soul and Threatening Roar and Thunder of Ruler for our battle stoppers. Jar of Greed is just more way to draw cards. One of the things we're missing is just like ways to get more cards because we only pulled 1 Hope for Escape, and so this can just trade with like an MSC potentially, which is pretty disgusting. And Torrential just to clean up the board a bit because then Gage is gonna have to commit more things, and honestly, that's gonna be pretty good for us. I'll be honest with you, I don't think we're going to be using the extra deck, but I do have Magical Scientist and 1-for-1 in the side. So we are, I think, 400 or 300 points short of Magical Scientist being an FTK with Leviair, Giga Brilliant, and Tears Keeper of Genesis. It's 26 plus 36, which is, actually, I can do the quick math here. So 36, 56, 6,200, and then this is 300, so 65, and then plus 12 because Giga Brilliant gives everything 300. 300 times 4 is 12, so that's 7,700 damage. If we have one extra monster on the field, then theoretically that is an OTK. But again, it's kind of gimmicky for our deck. I just wanted here just to have it. More Battle Stoppers and Reaper, and then we got triple MST. We have the 1-for-1 for the Scientist. I guess we could technically get something else, but there's really no point. Reckless Greed's in here in case I feel like I need more draw power. It's a kind of bad for our deck. If we draw it in multiples, it's insane. But I mean, we have enough stall cards that it's fine, but we always want to be like at least 1-for-1ing, and Reckless is a minus, which is kind of iffy. It's weird for this deck. Skill Drain's in here just to make it so that's even harder for Gage to play. Solemn Judgment could be good in games 2 and 3 when he might have like specific outs to try to like go for a push. I figure having this in the sideboard after that is pretty good. And then Starlight Road, we don't have a lot of things that like nuke the board, nor am I going to be committing a ton, but if there is like a reason to play this, I got this in Stardust just to be able to bring out Stardust. So we'll see. I love making Gage miserable. It's honestly one of my favorite things to do on a weekly basis, and good luck, buddy. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. All right, Gage, another shocking episode of the Progression series on our hands here. How you feeling about this one?
Great set, man. I just said it in the overview that I know I've gotten so used to these last 3 episodes that we really start to see the power curve. Yeah, man, you know what I'm talking about. but I said, like, the power curve of these XYZ monsters gets exponentially better with every set here. And you've seen, just from the Secret Rare slot alone, there are some bangers, dude. Did you happen to get any of them? You want to share?
I don't know. We'll see. The Secret Rares in this set specifically are kind of crazy when there's, like, Lagia, and there's Rescue Rabbit, and Zenmains. Like, it's pretty cracked at the top of this set list, and so I'm excited to see how things are going to play out. And buddy, you're in the banning over there, so you gotta tooth and claw your way out.
It doesn't feel good, bro. I've been playing the fun strats recently. You know, I bring the Synchrons, you bring the Chaos. I bring the Mist Valley, you bring the Chaos with Fire Dog. And then, hey, I'm feeling good about this episode. I'm gonna win this one. I can
All right,
feel it.
We'll see. Let's go and shout the Patreon. It's PM123456. That is like one of the most generic sounding names ever, but we will take it. Thank you for the support nonetheless. And buddy, let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. A little bit of action here before the game actually gets going.
I don't know if you noticed, those have been the most different picks I've had all season. I
have. I feel like you're not really a scissor guy.
I'm not normally yet. I'm trying to switch it up, but it's not working out.
Oh my god! This is going to be probably more climactic than the actual game.
All right.
No
all
shot!
Right, bro.
Gage! No way!
You know what? I'm going to think about this. I'm going to think about this.
I don't have to think because I rolled the die. I already picked.
Oh my god!
No
bro,
way!
Come on!
Were we 7 in a row?
This isn't cool, bro.
This is not real. No!
Oh, okay, Alex, I'm going to cover my eyes and just pick one randomly. I'm done with it. Okay, I missed the click twice.
Wow!
Oh!
The technique! The technique!
We did it. I get to pick, bro. Man, it's shocker. I'm going to pick to go second.
Of course. Who
All right, Duelist.
Who would have thought?
Best of luck to you, okay?
That was insane. We're never going to beat that. We are never going to beat that, ever. All right. We'll go standby main, and I got a nice boring turn, buddy. Set and pass. Be my guess.
Boring indeed, my guy. Standby main. You know what? It might just be over for you this one turn here.
He's going into the extra deck. He's got the Magical Scientist. I've seen them do this like 3 times already since we started the Xyz era. So go ahead, formulate your little OTK over there. Let's see if it matters.
Studying up the potential there, my friend.
I'm going to pay 1,000 for Ryu Senshi, and then I'm going to summon 2 5s for Tears,
Alex,
2 more 5s for Adrius.
Funny thing, I don't actually need me a Ryu Senshi. I don't see no back row back there.
That's true, actually.
Special summon.
That's true.
For the start. Cyber Dragon
He's
coming
made
down,
the appearance.
Bro.
He has made the appearance.
I chose the alt art. Big fan of it. I know I didn't technically pull that artwork, but I think it's the best one.
There he
I'll
is.
Summon the Magical Scientist. You know he's out.
All right.
Let's
How
get
deep
paid.
are we going? How deep are we going?
I'm going super deep, bro. I'm going to summon, for my first 5, Dark Bolter, He's most certainly not terrible when you stack him with another Dark Bolter, which I'll get from the extra.
It's pretty sad that his name says terrible, because this is
I
actually
know,
quite
right?
a good Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah, I know,
you
right?
pulled
Even back
2
in the day.
Bolters? I don't think I knew that. That's crazy.
I think we got it in a reprint set, and it's
Oh,
really
did we?
easy to
Oh,
pick
okay.
up, so he's not that special anymore. All right, we'll take these 2 guys, slap them on. I'm really upset that Andreas says face up card. Why does it do that?
Oh,
Why
no,
does it
it's
do
balance. Oh, heaven forbid.
All right, we'll go the keeper of the Genesis.
Yeah, get
here.
the keeper of Genesis out here.
Why is it asking me if I want to put it in the extra monster zone? That doesn't exist. I'm gonna just pay another 2,000 expeditiously if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I'll let you skip the steps here. Clearly, I don't have anything, so be my guest.
You know what? These ones, we'll pull out the Guiltias. Why not? Nice little pair of those.
Sure.
Got a couple lights in the mix too. I've got every.
I was
color
gonna
on the
say,
side.
look, you're making fun of me for chaos. Looks like you've got your own little chaos deck over here.
Yeah, maybe I decided I wanted to win today. So, all right, and then for my final trick, I will pull. This doesn't seem like game. Why doesn't it seem like game? No, this is game, right? Yeah, this is game with Cyber Dragon. It's game. Okay, one more 1,000 off the top here. It's not going to be game if this back row is for some reason just really big, but we got the 3rd Dark Bolter.
3rd Bolter. There he is.
Battle phase. All right. 2,000 into the face down.
Boy, you're gonna look really fucking stupid
Ronan
when you see
Tonin?
what I have.
Oh, what the fuck are you on today? Oh my god. Wait a minute.
Nice OTK, idiot.
Man, what the hell? Oh my god, and it's probably some chain burn shit too. I'm dead next turn.
You want me to help you out here? You could use Adrius to pop it if you want.
Yeah, hey, I can, bro. Isn't that right? Ain't that right? God, I really can't kill this thing by battle now. That's so embarrassing.
Would you like to try again? You have 4 more attacks you can still do.
Sure, why not? Yeah, just to test the waters there.
Sure, okay.
That's so
that's
upsetting,
fine.
bro. Oh my god, I'll go main phase 2. All right. Keeper of Armageddon will pop it.
Yeah, it's fine by me, sure.
Again, no extreme wipes, so I can set the fort and feel perfectly okay about it. All right, bud.
Oh my god! What?
Well, hey, man, when you can make like 20 cards off of
4
one, it seems like
back
everything's
row.
good, right?
That's
All right.
crazy.
End phase. Unfortunately, the scientist has got to return the Dark Bolter, the Terrible, to the extra deck here.
My
But
Lord.
we'll pass turn to you, okay? I feel
All right.
okay with this board, man. I'm not gonna lie.
How do you feel about it now?
I just lost my monitor. Where's my monitor? Oh my god, dude! Oh my god. Why isn't my monitor working?
I dark hold your fucking monitor.
All right, nice dark hole. You're really good at this game. Never tell you that, bud. None of these even protect themselves.
I like how.
Oh, wait, Tiras is protected from card effects. That's really good, at least. Oh my god, I was like, one of these cards has to do something, and Tiras can't be destroyed by card effect, which is really fancy versus dark hole. Don't know how good it'll be. You just knocked out like my whole board. And I'm down
Also,
to
you're
3,000
supposed to
life.
detach at the end of your turn for Tiras anyway,
Oh, I
so
mean,
you can do that now too.
Why not? Why not? We'll do that, bro.
Sure. Okay. That's perfectly fine. So you got 4 fucking back row. Well, I mean, I guess if that went through, we achieved something. All right, I guess I can show you the main win condition of the deck.
Yeah. How's that one day of peace looking for you? Real nice, I bet.
It's a nice card out of the new set, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who needs Xyz monsters when you got Final Countdown?
Hate it.
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and what do you got? 26. You're not gonna. What's the worst case scenario here? Like Call of the Haunted? That's actually kind of scary. Go ahead. I'm good.
All right.
Turn 1 on countdown.
I will draw. Stand by main. All right, well, I mean, big thing is you're not playing Chainburn, right? So paying all that life never really mattered, but it looks like I've got a couple turns I have to start beating you up here to somehow win. Let's see here. I'll summon the tomato. Pretty good, right?
Sure.
We'll go into the battle phase, and I will poke you for 14 with Mr. Tomato.
14 and 26 is what? 4K?
4K.
4K. Worst case scenario here is if you do have Call of the Haunted, you flip it and then can game me. That's kind of annoying. I'll Scarecrow.
Okay. I thought you might. That's fine. Main 2. Sorry, I just had to read Tears and make sure I knew what it did.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Well, that's my turn. I'm gonna go to the end phase. I'll detach from Tiras. Completely affected by everything. Just a 26 vanilla dude now. Go ahead.
26 is still big.
Still is.
Turn 2 on countdown.
Yep.
We'll go standby main. You can have this.
Exciting. In the burn deck, huh? I mean, that's going to be one way to kill me with all those life points. I do have a response, though.
Okay.
3,000's attack's a lot to have, Alex, but I think I'll see some more cards here. I'll bottomless the own Lava Golem. I'll get me off that clock. I'm not really pressed, I think, here.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. It's when your opponent summons a monster, and I guess I summoned it. It's just to your field. So, okay, we'll go with that. You have no cards. That's not true. You have 3 back row, but you have no monsters. Trying to think about worst case scenario here. I'm on 6k life. What can happen? I need to account for Call the Haunted still. If you do that, I think the most damage you could probably dish out is you pay 2k for some guys and overlay them. And you already went through both of your 5s. I don't think there's like any dinosaur 4 in the fusion department. So even if you pulled like Logia or Dulk, you probably would have summoned that anyway, even if you did have that. So I can rule that out. So at that point, you just have like your like fucking Zen Meister or something. So I feel like your damage at this point is capped at like 2,000 or like 25, 3k at the most. If you are on Chaos, which it seems like you are, you would need like BLS top deck plus like Call the Haunted on Scientist, I think, to kill me. I'm gonna Gold Sark.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna get 1 day of peace.
All right. Very confident you're gonna get 2 more turns. I like it.
We'll see. We'll see. Get out of here. And I'll pass. We'll go to turn 3 on countdown.
All right, draw. I'll flip up the Call the Haunted that you knew I had.
I figured you had it. Yeah.
I want to start seeing dudes, bro. I want to start drawing blanks. I'll special summon back Tiaris, quite frankly, because she's the biggest of them all.
2,600. Sure.
Battle. I'll go 26.
I'll take it. It's fine.
Okay. Main 2, I'll just pass. All right. That's 1 on
Yep.
Gold Sark.
Yep. Turn 4 on countdown and 1 on Sark. Stand by main. Guess I have to start worrying about damage now because Tiaris is 26. We'll 1 day of peace.
All right. I'll take another card.
We'll both take a card.
Excuse me.
And I'll just set 1 and pass. Turn 5 on countdown.
Okay. Draw. Stand by main. Can't deal any damage this turn. It's going to be a little bit of a snoozer. I will just space your back row. Why not?
It's a torrential, so it's not a bad one.
All right. Sick. I will add a set card to the mix. Pass you.
Turn 6 on countdown. I will draw. That is second turn on Sark, so I will get this 1 day of peace to my hand. And we will go main phase 1. You still got some things.
Alex, there's like 14 more turns you gotta live for this final countdown resolve. I'm not confident you're gonna make it that far, dude.
It's possible, buddy. It's possible. If you think about it, it's only 7 turns. But 7 full turns, I should say. But it gives you time, which is what I'm not exactly happy about. I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Just pass? Okay, I will draw.
Turn 7.
Battle phase, I'll do 26.
I'll take 26. It's fine.
That is a very nice Swift Scarecrow or Battle Fader in your hand, Alex. But unfortunately, he doesn't block you from my tribute summoned Caius the Shadow Monarch.
No!
Yes, I will
the
be.
Caius!
Yes,
Oh,
tell me you
shit,
had it. I
didn't
baited
think about
you.
it.
I knew you had it, bro. Banish
You
himself.
did.
1,000 for Gabe.
Got it. All right. Not much else. I could have played around it, but honestly, I didn't think it was going to matter right now. I wanted to try to save out the save out for later, but no. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, yes, I lost, but I also feel like I needed to get the most value out of every card, and I could have maybe seen the finish line if I kept going, but I don't know. That's a tough call to make because I didn't know if I was going to get enough protection cards to last for the full 20 turns. It's rough. It's rough, but it's the way it goes, buddy.
Yeah, back in the day when you were playing this, 20 episodes ago, the games were a lot longer, bro. The cards weren't nearly as powerful, but one simple card can just ruin your entire day, bro. The cards are much more powerful.
I agree. We were close, though, to be fair. Not to the final countdown. I mean, I could have just, Lava Golemed you for a game at one point. I'm actually going to go first. I think I need to get Countdown online. In all
Whoa,
honesty.
no, with the countdown deck? You don't say.
Yeah, shocker, right? Okay.
All right, man. We'll see if it pays off. Good luck.
Best of luck. Stand by main. We got the Sark to kick things off.
All right, 2 turns, we'll start to see the countdown.
Yep, 2 turns indeed. If Dueling Book allows us to get to 2 turns, so we'll get him out of here. And we will go 1, 2, I guess. Go ahead.
Okay, man. I will draw for turn.
Every time I see you going in that extra deck, I know you have Scientists. Like, there's no surprise.
Man, I feel like I got other cards in this extra deck, dude. What do you mean it's always Scientist? All right, I'm going to start with this regardless. We'll get rid of the 1 back row with Space Typhoon.
I'll take the plus. That's fine.
Yep, no problem. Jar of Greed's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess there's you have 1 Battle Fader. I know you have 1 Battle Fader.
You having war flashbacks to game 1?
I'm just trying to think, bro, because I can game you here.
I bet you can. I
have 8,000 damage to game.
I bet you do.
I've got 4 outs I gotta deal with, man.
Yep.
So, I mean, unless you draw Dark Hole again, it should be fine. And I'm up a game.
You are up a game.
You know what? I'll take the risk, bro. I'll do this. Ready? This play is gonna be absolutely whack-a-mole. You might lose your mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with the 1 for 1. And I'm going to pitch a
Scientist.
very unlikely target. I'm going to pitch the Dark Armed Dragon out of my hand.
That makes sense. I mean, if you can't
And it's
get
very
there.
depressing, bro. I got to summon the Scientist from the hand. But he's coming out. Don't worry.
Okay.
He's there.
Okay.
I did not consider Effect Veiler. I could really get screwed here. But I'll start by paying my 1,000 life points very cautiously.
No Veiler. You're good.
Oh, okay, good. We're very good.
I can Veiler you later, but you're fine for now.
Can I just pay a whole bunch of life points? Is that all right with you?
Yeah, go ahead and go nuts.
All right, here. Let me start by paying 4,000 so I can just put a couple of dudes on the board here. And
Sure.
Figure it out from there. I think I'll put out 1 Balter, 2 Balter, 1 Guiltia, 2 Guiltia. Hey, this is looking pretty similar, huh?
It is.
Stack up some purple. Okay. We'll go Andreas, Tyrus, Dynamic Duo.
I like how you're putting the lights on the light and the darks on the dark. Very, very fitting.
Very thematic. I like.
Yeah.
Honestly, didn't even think of that. Ooh, bro, I did too much work for this. Oh, I think this is still game, but I did way too much. No, it's not game because I did too much work for this. No, it is. It might be. What am I talking about, bro? Oh, no, wait. We're chilling. We're chilling. I'm gonna pay another 2,000.
Okay.
Sam, if you're hearing that, don't make me sound like a bozo, bro. Cut all that out.
The Flame Ghost.
The Flame Ghost, all-star of Progression Series, by
Yep.
the way. We're gonna pair him with Dragoness. We'll stack these on top of each other.
Yeah, who cares about Dragoness? We're here for the
Look at
Flame
that.
Ghost.
Leviathan Dragon.
Yep.
Man. I'll activate the effect right away. Detach the Flame Ghost. 2,500 attack.
Sure.
I'm gonna activate one more time Magical Scientist. I'm gonna go down to 1,000 measly life points. I'm gonna go 1,000 Eyes Restrict. I'll take your face down.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble. Give me it up. What do we got? The full?
It is Marshmallow, as a matter of fact.
All right, well,
I can't give you this because there's
That's
no
right.
room on my board.
You can get rid of it. Go to Graveyard because I'm gonna
Okay.
tribute this off. Can't attack while 1,000 Eyes Restrict up on the field, so I had to leave the Tribute Summon Cyber Dragon for last.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right, man. Here's what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. This is gonna be the game, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna attack. You're gonna either have Swift Scarecrow or Battle Fader, and then the next turn you're gonna Lava Golem me, and we're gonna go to game 3, or I'm gonna win the game right here. So let's go Battle Phase. I'll start with the measly 300, the little tap from Scientist.
So, I'll reveal some cards in my hand, Gage. Okay.
So you did win. Wait, you did win, right?
I'll reveal some cards in my hand. Here, okay?
All right, let me see what we got.
So the first card is Zero Gardna. Okay, little card to protect me. It's not Battle Fader or Swift Scarecrow, but it's a nice little guy. Nice little guy. The other card is Swords of Revealing Light, also a decent card. You have Adrius,
yes.
so wouldn't have done anything. But you have Adrius up. And there's one last card in my hand. You're probably wondering, what is this last card that's possibly here, right? What is this last card that'll possibly win me the game? It's nothing. You got it. Good
Yeah! What was it? What is this thing?
It's Frozen Soul. It's Frozen
activate
Soul.
when your life points.
Yeah, so it's
it doesn't matter, bro. I paid all my life.
It doesn't, so that's what's funny. And even I didn't set it anyway because I was just figuring I wasn't actually just going to get OTK'd like that. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens. So good games, my friend. Let's see what the
before I
next card would
get
have been.
totally smacked in the audience, the line that I totally missed out on, this is what I thought because I knew I had to take that face down, right? But
Sure.
all I had to really do was get to a place where I could tribute someone over the Andreas that has 3 dark material, and then I could summon Dark Arm.
Summon the dad.
So
Yeah,
I
could've just
totally,
done that too.
I think I overvalued the I saw the Thousand Eyes Restrict play, and I'm like, oh, this is definitely it. But I think there was a better line there. Didn't matter in the end.
It's fine. I mean, you got there regardless. It's no big deal. Yeah, maybe this deck isn't too... So I was partially thinking that, like, I know you're going to play, like, some Scientist deck because your deck is crazy now because you have a Scientist OTK, and we literally saw it 2 games in a row here. So I figure, like, okay, playing a deck that just built in has Swift Scarecrow and Battle Fader and all these things that are going to prevent me from getting killed by Scientist is actually pretty good. I guess in retrospect, I should have just done that, but played Burn instead, and then I just literally kill you for the remaining damage.
But I would have very well. I think that game 1 was easily yours if you, instead of Final Countdown stalled, you paired it with maybe a Secret Barrel or 2. I think the game is just over from there. Yeah, but I did actually come quite prepared. My main deck did have a card that I did have set last game. I do have Trap Stun just in the main deck.
Okay.
So I would be able to take care of that Chain Burn strat. Didn't actually handle so well up against your stall strat here. A lot of the cards from hand I just don't have a way to deal with. But it's good that the only board clear we have is Dark Hole now. So
right, exactly. And like One Day of Peace is a very strong card as well. I wanted to try to show off how good that was. I did a little bit of a good job with that until I got wrecked because I got punished on the Caius play. But you know, that aside, it's fine. There was a possibility too where I just like didn't Dark Hole you and I let you go Scientist again to try to get 2 more dudes and then Lava Golem you because then you're actually at 1,000 life points at that point. The Cyber Dragon cluttered your board, so you weren't going to go all in like you had to this time. But you saw that you could have just bottomless your own Lava Golem anyway.
You also had you had the right call last game. You were like, is he going to summon 2 more 5s and go another guy? I don't have 2 more 5s. I have Adreus, Tyrus, and Leviathan in my extra deck. Strictly everything to put the OTK on board and nothing more.
That's all you need.
So,
That's all you need. So. Yeah. And they're big enough. They're big enough. So yeah, that was the whole game plan. I figure I wanted to play some new cards, and like I didn't think, again, if I'm just able to stall out long enough, but I think just especially with the power of something like Adreus as well, it's difficult to like keep stuff like the Fool or Marshmallow face up. I played those even in favor of Spirit Reaper because Spirit Reaper dies to any targeting card. So that's why I opted for those instead. So I mean, I put some thought behind it, but I guess it was just not enough to stand up to the good old Scientist FTK.
Man, good looking guy, bro. Is he sticking with us? Tell me if you got a band ticket on the wheel already. I'm waiting for it.
Well, I'm surprised you're not going to ask about what I stole from you first.
Oh, that's right. You did have a Snatcheth Stealeth today. Was there anything like, intriguing you could grab from me? I've got a couple goodies.
So what would you, if you were me, what would you steal?
If I were you, there's not much. We've talked about this before. Probably like one of my XYZs. You were talking about those before. You said you might nab one of those bad boys up.
Okay. Which one would I nab up?
Probably like Leviathan Dragon or like
you
Tyrus?
are
like,
correct,
Oh, you got yourself a Leviair. Oh, Leviair.
Oh, Leviair. Sorry, I forgot these cards.
They're all the same, bro. They all deal with the C, whatever, you know.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I took
he's a
Leviair.
Good one, yeah, I figured Leviair has the most staying power, especially like as we get later on, just because of the banishing effect. I have my own tiers, so like I don't need that. And I figure like Adreus is another 5, which is like it's fine, but like whatever. I figure Leviair just has the most.
It's also very important. This is something that came up today too in Photon Shockwave. Wind Up Zen mains. It has a Collectorton reprint in the future, so if we were to get that, it'd be very exciting. But that's the only reprint it has, and Leviair is in the same position. Ooh. I don't think it has another reprint besides its Collectorton one. And we don't open
it actually does in Battle Pack 3.
You don't say, bro. I didn't even think of Battle Pack, man. I missed Battle Pack. Dude.
So Leviathan gets reprinted in Battle Pack 1, and Leviair, I think the only other chance we have to get it's Battle Pack 3. So,
okay,
and that's like years from now in the progression
it's
series. So I figured getting this now is also better, just because I can use it now too. So I pulled, I guess I could share this too. I pulled a Giga Brilliant today, which is pretty nice. So I don't have a OTK. I am 300 shy of an OTK with my Leviair, my Giga Brilliant, and my Tyrus. This in Scientist is like 300 off of 8,000
Hey, man,
exact.
if you would have picked Leviathan, you would have been there. You would have had it.
I would have been. I would have been. I figure we're going to get more Xyz anyway, so it's like, fine. It's whatever. I think like Giga Brilliant's probably the best. I pulled 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
Whoa. Man, I pulled 3 Illuminite. I pulled 3 Illuminite. I don't know what to say. I'm like, this is the worst XYZ back then, and it's the worst XYZ now. That's crazy.
It's terrible. Yeah, I got a bunch of hollows, but just none of them were good, unfortunately. Yeah. But, you know, the pack opener giveth, the pack opener taketh away. For my wheel, you can rest easy. I got a wild card. It was an ultra rare wild card. I was so close to the secret rare wild card because I could have had a Dandelion in my collection. Then we would have a nice little plant deck.
Violent. I actually think there's not a lot of great ultras. Was there one that you found that ended up being really good?
I ended up taking Dimensional
Thought
Prison.
so. That's probably
that's the
best.
only like one that's like really that good. It was between that and T-King, but we're actually opening Raw Yellow Mega Pack, which is basically the pack we opened today, but like in a booster box in a couple episodes. And T-King's common in there too. So I'm like, okay, like it's better to just take the Dimensional Barrier because we're gonna have good shots at T-King later on.
I also ended up seeing, dude, in the comments for last video, people were upset we only opened 5 packs, but I don't think I addressed it when I talked over it. But that is the typical booster box for Legendary Collection. There's only 5 packs in one of those game board editions, and that was the only way you could buy it. So that's why we did it that way. We've done it with Gold Series the same way. It just wouldn't be fair to open more. So.
Yeah, it's going to set the precedent, too, for the other Legendary Collections, because when we get to Yugi and Joey's World, those sets are kind of nuts.
Changers.
So.
Yeah, game changers.
So congrats, buddy. Clearly, this was not the pick for your deck. I should have just played Bird. I don't know why I played Final Countdown.
Think about it for next week, man. Think about it for next week.
That would have been free. It would have been so free. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shao1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan the Man Hoban, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Little Fade Leaf, Chris Hood, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretz, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Flannel Daddy, Dalton, Inuno Taisho, Thanks for the Sleeves Dad, Max, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel by all Community soon, Cancel by all Committee soon, Cancel by all Players soon, Corvain, Gray9, and Micah Pierce. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.